Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. If you like this video, please hit the like. If you really like this video, hit the subscribe. I appreciate that. Just wanted to give you my thoughts. The Detroit Tigers wrapped up their 3-game series in St. Petersburg, Florida versus the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or Tampa Bay Rays now. And what I was hoping would be maybe the progression of the carryover of their sweep of the Oakland Athletics looked promising. The Tigers came out in Game 1 of the series and won 3-2. Fado definitely pitched great, 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run he gave up. And then all the Tigers' offense came off of home runs by Scope. He had a 2-run home run, and Castro hit a solo shot in the 9th. Sadly, Fado didn't get the win because I can see him in my mind, but he blew the save in the 8th, or he blew the lead, gave up a run in the 8th. And so he doesn't get the win, but the Tigers get the win, which is what was important. So the Tigers had good starting pitching, just enough hitting, home runs, and they get the win 3-2. So I was thinking, okay, 4 wins in a row. Come on, let's go. And Game 2 went down really quickly. They lose 8-1. The only run of the game is, again, a solo home run. And, Brisky just gets lit up, really. 5 1/3 innings, 6 earned runs. Not going to cut it. The bullpen, okay, 2 runs over, whatever. 3 innings there, 2 2/3 inning. Yeah, not that great. I remember there's an old baseball adage. You win 60 games, you lose 60 games, and then the other 60 games decide your season. I would like to know if that was one of the 60 games that you're going to lose, or one of the 60 games that's going to decide your season. Anyways, so they lose. So, Game 2 they lose. Game 1 they won. We're victorious. And so they come to Game 3 today. Afternoon tilt. So, of course, that means old veteran Miguel Cabrera has to rest, even though he's probably the Tigers' most hot hitter, most productive. I know he wasn't extremely hot in the series. I think he was 1 for 8 or something like that, with a couple strikeouts in yesterday's game. But still, you take him out of the lineup, and that really hurts the chances of winning. The Tigers got off to a horrible start as Rodriguez was obviously laboring. He has a left side injury. He tried to go, but he couldn't. He could only go 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 3 runs, 2 walks. Just interesting. I saw this stat on ESPN, just a little bit reading up about the game some more. And his fastball was 2.4 miles per hour under his average fastball speed. So you could tell he was not at his regular, regular level of play, which is too bad because his ERA really ballooned when you only go 1/3 of an inning and it's earlier still in the season. His ERA ballooned to like 4.89 when it was still, I think it was below 2. I could be wrong on that, but it still went way up because of, obviously, 3 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning. A.J. Hinch said he's most likely going to go to the injury list, the IL, but that has yet to be determined. But man, the Tigers have been snake bit in their starting rotation. Obviously, Casey Mize is still rehabbing, and as I told you in the last video, he suffered a setback. Also, starting pitchers who have been out this year: Matt Manning, Tyler Alexander, and of course, Pineda. He broke his middle finger on his left hand, or whichever one, and it's going to be like 2 to 3 weeks, and he'll be reevaluated. So the Tigers are just going through pitchers like crazy. Now add Rodriguez for some unknown amount of time right now, and to throw along with bad starting pitching outside of Skubal, really. And to be fair, Rodriguez had been pitching well at the last few starts. Outside of that, you're looking pretty shaky. Like, not much good there outside of Skubal right now, and Rodriguez goes to the IL. And again, the Tigers score 1 run on a Torkelson home run. So, yeah, if I would tell you that the Tigers were going to score all their runs in this series on home runs, I don't think you would think the Tigers would do very well in this series, and you're correct. Today they lost 6-1. Yesterday, 8-1. So they scored 5 runs in 3 games and managed to get 1 win out of it. So there's something to it, I guess. But again, the hits just aren't adding up. I mean, and even in game 2, they had bases loaded with no one out in the 8th inning and didn't score a run. It's like they just don't have it. They don't have it, and when the pitching is going to suffer from injuries, let alone the extra pressure, it's just going to be like a deck of cards that are just waiting for it to collapse. I mean, if you would have told me that they would lose 2 out of 3 at Tampa Bay, who is a playoff contending team in the AL East, so okay, I get it. The Tigers were hoping to be contending for a wild card. Honestly, probably they had better chance to win their division than the wild card, because, you know, the AL East will probably take 1 or 2, and then the AL West will take the other wild card. So it was more likely the Tigers would have to beat the White Sox or the Twins or whoever is going to win the AL Central. They have to win the AL Central to make the playoffs. So, no, it's not very good when you lose 2 of 3. I can understand, but scoring 2 runs in 2 games isn't going to get it done. Too much pressure on the pitching. The Tigers' bats are just... At least they're getting a little bit more extra base power, but then no one's on when they're getting home runs outside of the scope. 2-run home run with Miggy was on. So, it is what it is. The Tigers are now 13-25 on the season, 12 games under. I mean, I guess I will take... I was really hoping they could keep momentum going from Oakland and win the series. I was really hoping they could get it going, but now they have to play 15 straight games versus, I think it's the Twins and Cleveland. So maybe they can get things going. Maybe they can start it off well. Friday night, they got Scooble going in Cleveland, so hopefully he can get a win. He's going for his 3rd straight win, which is crazy when you think about the Tigers only have 13 wins, and he's got 3 of them as the starting pitcher. So he's going for his 3rd straight win and his 4th win overall, so that's crazy. It reminds me of like Todd Jones, back when the Tigers were not great, but not horrible, and he ended up winning like the AL not Cy Young, but Rolaids Relief Pitcher of the Year or something like that. He had the most saves. He had like 45, 50 saves, and the Tigers had like 60 wins or something. It was just crazy how many saves he had versus the wins the Tigers had. So, Tigers lose 2 of 3. Moving on to Cleveland. If you have any thoughts, please put them in the box below. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll try to see you guys next time. As always, go Tigers and go Blue.